Plan to release blueprints for 3D printed guns is on hold for now. A Seattle judge blocked the release late yesterday, but the files were briefly released last week, and thousands of downloads of the blueprints happened. The guns would be untraceable, undetectable, and require no background check. Cody Wilson's Austin company makes the blueprints, and he says he will continue to fight to have them released.
What I'm doing is legally protected. I will go to the appellate level. I will go to the Supreme Court. I will waste all my time.
Wilson funds his fight by selling 3D printers preloaded with the gun blueprints. There's a 13-month backlog for those machines.
I think access to the firearm is a fundamental human dignity. It's a fundamental human right.
And today I spoke with former Fort Worth Police Chief Jeff Halstead about the dangers the blueprints present for law enforcement and the public. Our conversation is all new at 4. As the battle over blueprints for 3D ghost guns ratchets up, law enforcement agencies are already preparing to adapt to a new possible threat.
That split-second decision to use deadly force will be criticized and reviewed for years.
Former Fort Worth Police Chief Jeff Halstead says these hard-to-detect 3D printed plastic weapons could pose a significant challenge to policing.
Literally anything that comes out of a pocket in a hand of an individual, we are going to have to make a quick decision. Is that a plastic gun? Is that a phone? Are they going to start producing guns that look like phones?
He believes officers would be required to train to identify a variety of guns constantly evolving. The challenge to security, another major concern.
We're going to have to adjust a lot of settings on many of our screening devices that we see, not just in transportation and airports, but if we start escalating this into school and educational systems, it is going to become a challenge for a lot of our security personnel.
Though a federal judge has pressed the pause button on uploading blueprints.
Terrorists, your serial and career criminals, they could care less about any laws that are being considered or laws that will be passed.
Halstead says right now the high price tags for 3D printers could serve as a deterrent.
In your urban cities, it is so much easier, faster, and cheaper just to buy a stolen gun than to try to manufacture or produce one.
Ghost guns have not become a mainstay in criminal culture yet.
I can't find of an investigation where it's been found in a search warrant or a traffic stop or on a person that was arrested.
But with blueprints already living online and a tech-savvy generation, Halstead says that could change.
The younger generation is going to adapt to it much, much quicker than many of us in law enforcement or decision makers at the legislative level.
And since 2016, the TSA says there have been at least 4 incidents involving 3D printed guns or parts of guns at airport checkpoints, and that TSA agents are trained to be on the lookout for these weapons, but the overwhelming majority of guns found are not printed with a 3D printer. Doug, the former police chief, emphasized that it's going to be crucial for officers to get that proper training to do the jobs that citizens expect. And already, he says, this is a big part of the conversation for those in law enforcement. He expects it's going to be discussed thoroughly at an upcoming Major Cities Chiefs Association conference that's happening in October.
And they have to talk about it, because I think the second thing he said in that story that you just did with him was so significant, and that is when we, law-abiding citizens, law-abiding gun owners, that's fine, that's great. Even if it's these kind of guns, you could argue, but, what about the nefarious people who are looking to do our police officers harm and people harm, and these police officers react in split-second timing, And I think what he said about how these are built, what they look like, it's a game changer when they look so completely different.
Right. And as you heard, bad guys don't follow laws.
Yeah, 100%. Interesting. It's a debate that will continue.